humble Dandavad, Koti Koti Dandavad Pranam. Gurudev Nitya Lila Pravistam Vishnupada Sutra Sata Shishimad Bhakti Vedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj Nitya Lila Pravistam Vishnupada Sutra Sata Shrimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj and Swami Maharaj and Srila Gaura Govinda Maharaj Bhakta Shri Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj and all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who are present here. Tata Tata Mai Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. We've been hearing Srimad Bhagavatam Katha in the evening. There's 18,000 sloks. Is this on? Achyuta, is this on? This is on? It's on. Srimad Bhagavatam is such a anupam granth. Everything is there. Gyan, Vairagya, all the knowledge is in Srimad Bhagavatam 107. If you hear the Srimad Bhagavatam, then you will get the Gyan in your heart. Sudha Bhakti will manifest in your heart. All the kathas that are in Srimad Bhagavatam are Lord Sukadev Goswami is residing to Pariksit Maharaj. All the kathas. What is it? It's how to get prem in Bhagwan. The real Swarup Dharma of a Jiva is to love Bhagwan. Jiva Swarupe Nitya Krishna Das. This is the Swarup of the Jivas. If you want to manifest it, like a stick, like a wooden stick, there's 5 elements. According to the time and the place, it manifests. Similarly, the Jivas, Jiv, to manifesting Jiv at the right time, the bhav manifests in the Jiva's heart. In the association of the Gurus and Vaishnava Sangha and listening to the Harikatha, slowly, just it like a kamal, like a lotus flower. All the petals stay together. Kali, like a bud. When all the leaves of the lotus flower are cold, it's like a bud. And when the sun rises, and in the presence of the sun rays, the bud of the lotus flower opens up automatically. What is inside the kamal, the neck, the fragrance that's in the lotus flower through the air is spread around. Even the bhamar, the bees are attracted to the fragrance and they come from far away. And they come and taste the nectar in the lotus flower. Similarly, in the Jiva's heart, the prem that is already in the heart it's there in the heart. In the association of the sadhu sang, it opens up and it manifests. You don't have to do anything. The more you do sadhu sang, like a kamal will slowly open up more. And the nectar of like a lotus flower is in your heart. Then the Bhagwan is also so happy. We are looking for Bhagwan. We are searching for Bhagwan. We want Bhagwan. We want the darshan Bhagwan. Like Prahlad Maharaj, even the Mahajans, they did so much austerity. They gave up the vairagya in the association of the Guru. So at the end, what happens? They got the darshan of Bhagwan. The jivas in this material world are living. They are living in their house, and they are doing their regular household duties. If the jivas don't want to have this love for God, or they don't have this chesta for God's darshan, then it's like a stick. The fire is already in the stick, in the wooden stick, but it's not prakash, it's not manifested. But when it's when the stick is dry, when the stick is not dry, it's wet, then the fire doesn't manifest. But when the stick is dry, then it's very easy to light the in the grass. When in the dry season, the grass is all dry. All the trees are also dry. If there is a fire in the jungle, then when it's all dry, the forest fire it's very, very difficult to put fire off in the fire. Because why? The fire spreads with the wind. The wind is blowing. There is no direction for the wind. Which direction the wind will blow? That's why they don't know which direction to follow. But the fire will move, come back in the opposite other direction. Yeah. What I'm trying to say here is, everyone has Krishna Prem and Krishna Bhakti within their heart, but it's not. You already have Krishna Prem and Krishna Bhakti. You have to jagana hai, means wake them up, wake it up in your heart. All the great Mahatmas, Mahajans are saying the same. Jago, Jivo, wake up. How long will you sleep? You are sleeping in dream. Once Devi Parvati asked Lord Shivji, what is this realization? Teach me the realization. Said Uma, This Jagan is Sapana, means this Jagana is Sapana. This material world is a dream. Only Hari Bhajan is truth. When we are sleeping, we dream. What dreams do we have? We don't know, we forget. When you wake up in the morning and then you say, sometimes these dreams you forget. There's no reason for these dreams. There's no reason. The dreams are here and there and everywhere. Similarly, jivas in this sansar, in this material world, are living like a dream. And they are thinking of so many different things in their mind, that imaginary things in their mind. And they keep on moving on. People are thinking, what are they thinking? And the time of the life is just passing by. And in the life, what do you have to do when you are, when suffering comes in your life? Then what do you have to do? You have to fight against the life. You have to fight against the life. You have to fight. Sometimes we are defeated, and sometimes we are winning and move forward. Like there's a ice on the mountain, on the high peak of the mountain. And you are thinking, oh, I want to climb this mountain. But it's covered in the top of the mountain is covered with ice, which you cannot see. Similarly, the life of a human being is like that. Sometimes there's darkness and sometimes lightness in the human life. Sometimes life is like that. Which way to go? This confusion. Which way to go? It's like a great ocean. In the great ocean, there's many big waves. Whirlpool. And there's a whirlpool in the ocean. What is I'm saying? This is what a human being's life is. But if you have association of a Sant Mahatma, or if you are intelligent and think about it, thinking, and you think with your intelligence, but what do some people think so much, but they don't put it into action. After Sita's kidnap, Bhagwan Ram, he built a bridge across the Indian Ocean, and this bridge reached Lanka. Ram, Lakshman and Bharat. Ram, Lakshman. Lakshman and Ram reached the Lanka. At that time, what did the Ravan do? He built fire. All in the Lanka, he shut all the gates in all the directions. It was an island, so it was surrounded. What did this Ravan do? He built really high walls around in the palace, around the palace. So it was very difficult to cross those walls. But inside there was a huge Lanka is like a mountain. Is surrounded by water around. It's like an island, and he built walls, very high walls, and the Lanka in the middle is a mountain. It's not that easy. there is one ocean, and then there is a high wall ponds, and then there is mountain. Bound. Surrounding. What is that? Surrounding the island. But what's he blocked the whole of the island. He blocked. He built big walls around the island. Even a small fly cannot go through. So they shut all the doors, 4 doors of the Lanka. At that time, Ravan, he called an emergency meeting. It was an emergency time, so he called an emergency meeting. What should you do if something happens in emergency? So he called all the residents of Lanka, and he called everyone. He doesn't want to see the reason. For example, if somebody is drowning in the water, and one is and he's sitting down and he's watching. Another person is watching and saying, why did you go in the water? And the other one is really drowning, his hands are up, and he said, oh, save me, I'm drowning. First, whatever you want to tell me afterwards. First come and save me. Who is intelligent? What is the intelligent things to do is first save the person who's drowning. Then you can ask him how you fell down in the water and why did you go in the at that time when he's drowning, and then you ask him a question, why did you go in the water? It's not a very intelligent thing to do. The intelligent person will do. First he will go and save that person, and then ask him the questions, what happened? Why was he drowning? So Ravan, it was because of the time emergency. He called all the residents of Lanka and he arranged an emergency meeting. Everybody was sitting down. They were sitting. Why? Not why. There was not a reason why they were sitting. So, like I said, I was asking the question, why you drowned? Why? Then he said, oh, how these enemies? How can we win with our enemies? He is not saying why the enemies have come here. If you keep on asking those questions, then the time passes by. So the Ravan, we don't want to see the reason why the enemies are here, but we need to do how we can win the enemies. How will we win? So everyone started to give their own comments and reasons how they can gain victory over enemy. So one person said, first you closed all the 4 doors, so they will not be able to come in. See, there's no trees, there's nothing. Satkara in the ocean is salty, so they will die. They will die by themselves. with starvation and without hunger and without thirst. There's nothing around the island. There's no trees. So and the walls are. So even if they come to, and it's not possible for them to come into the Lanka. So how will they come inside? And the second thing is, and the bandar, the monkeys, they are our bhojan. They are rakshas, they are demons. So what do they eat? Nar and banar, human beings. Nar is human beings. No? Yes. So what is the diet of this rakshas? It's nar. Nar means human beings, and bandar means monkeys. So everybody started to give their own comments. Prahasta, the son of Ravan, the son of Ram, Prahasta, and he said, Maharaj, this. They will think, but they will not put it into action. If you think, then actually put it into action. If you are thinking, that's good, but you have to actually put your thinking into action. If you just sit there and say, oh, I'm thinking. You won't even realize how the time passes. Somebody put a case in this court and still 17 years have passed. Nothing happened. So his son Prahasta is saying, he will think, but they won't put it into action. These people, these residents, they are saying Nar and are our diet. Hanuman is one. So you cannot even catch Hanuman. Put it Indra had to do to catch Hanuman was what happened? Destroy the whole garden. Hanuman came. Maharaj is talking about another. Hanuman came to this beautiful garden. Nar means lake. Oh, there was a lake. So he crossed the lake and Hanuman came. He kicked. Who did he kick?
Lankini.
To who? Lankini, yeah. So Hanumanji kicked such a hard kick to the Lankini. And he broke his nose. And then he left the Lanka. I didn't get this. And Hanumanji went inside. He thought, first let me see where Sita Devi is. It was night time. I've come from such a far away, let me eat something. At that time, he went into the garden, and the garden has some beautiful flowers, fruits. And there were many security guards who were sleeping. And what did the Hanuman did? He had a couple of fruits, and the other fruit he threw at the security guard who was sleeping. He went to Vibhishan and gave this. He met Sita Devi, and And then Hanuman said, I have to go, let me do something. Before going, he sat down in the garden. And then Indrajit came. And they took him to the Ravan, in the assembly of Ravan. This monkey, let's do. What is Puch? What is very, yeah, I know. Yeah, what is very dear to this monkey is his tail. So let's put a fire on his tail. So let's put kerosene on the tail of the monkey. When the other one is not easy. So what did he do? Okay, his tail was on fire. What he did? He went around the Lanka and he put the whole fire. The fire went on Lanka. There's one he was telling his Raja, thinking about his bhojan. We couldn't even catch him. What did he do? He came and he put the fire on the whole of Anka. So, do you think this is our bhojan? We couldn't even catch him. In Manush Jivans, there's only one thing to do for a human life is do bhajan. But you can stay in your house, wherever you stay. If you do not do bhajan, bekar, then everything is wasted. Life is wasted. You must do bhajan. Why have you come in this material world? To do Hari Bhajan. Gurudev used to say, you come here to do bhajan, but you came here to do bhajan, but like in the kamal you have cotton inside the quilt. I didn't understand. We came to do bhajan, but we are like cotton. But we are like, we came here to do bhajan, but we are like a cotton, like the cotton that's in the quilt. And you came here alone, and you will have to go alone. So please do bhajan, do your bhajan. Whatever we see, it will remain here. Whatever we have and whatever we see we remain here. So we should do bhajan. What is bhajan? What do you have to do? Chant Mahamantra, do sadhu sang. Every yuga. In other yugas, it was so very difficult to attain God. Like we look at Dhruv and Prahladi's Katha. And Sati, Prahlad and the Guru, they're the Mahajans, Prahlad, how much austerities they had to go through and how much they had to tolerate when they were doing sadhan bhajan. And here we are doing sadhan bhajan. We are not doing any sadhan bhajan. We are having prasad 3 times a day. Chakachak. And the paneer sabji and all the delicious shradam. Chips, aloo chips. Chips. Bhajan? We have to do bhajan. If you do not do bhajan, and in all the great variety, like all the Mahajans in the previous Satyugs and all the yugas, they did so much austerities and they did so much bhajan. If we hear that katha, then we are not even qualified at all. If we look what they did, We cannot attain God through and Prahlad. They did so much hard austerities and did hard bhajan through Maharaj. For 6 months, what did he do? 6 months he gave up everything. In the first month, he gave up. He was only taking fruit, and second month he gave up the fruit. He was only living on leaves. And the third month he left the leaves and he was having only water. In the fourth month he also left water. He was only surviving on air. And in the fifth month he left even breathing. He was only breathing less. In the sixth month he also stopped breathing. And standing on one feet. And he was chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. And he was doing Om Namo Bhagavate Jap. Then after 6 months, then Bhagwan gave him, then he got darshan of Bhagwan. Even if you look Prahlad Maharaj, whose father was Hiranyakashipu, how much suffering he was put through. Why are you chanting Vishnu's name? Hiranyakashipu, he said, Prahlad, why are you speaking my enemy's name? If you want to give victor, if you want to say Jai, then say Jai Hiranyakashipu Maharaj ki Jai. This is Bhagwan. There is only one Bhagwan. Now every house, from house to house. In every household there is Hiranyakashipu now. What is Hiranyakashipu? What is demon? What was he thinking? He was God himself. He was so much in deep sense gratifications. He was not doing any satsang. Just deep, absorbed in sense gratification. He was not doing any harikatha. No sadhu sangha, no harikatha. That's why in the Padam Purna said, in this samsara there's two types of people living. One is Deva Bhav, Asura, demons. Deva Bhava means people who have faith in God. And the other types of people who are like demonic, they don't have any faith in God and they think they are God. But just enjoy, eat and enjoy this material life and enjoy your sense gratification. They don't even worry about tomorrow, what will happen after they die. They don't even worry about that. Past all they have in this life, everything, we should just make sure we enjoy this one life. We can still, whatever we can do it. The body will become into ashes when you die. What happens to the body? The body is burned in the fire, and what happens? It becomes ashes. Whatever you do, enjoy. That is. They are atheists. They are actually making a road towards hell. There's one Bhagavad. He was a Bhagavad Pandit. He was reciting one sloka of the Bhagavad. And he was very sweetly speaking. Melodiously he was speaking. And there was also harmonium. Echoed. Keyboard. and he was playing keyboard. There was a harmonium, piano. It was the Sangeet Bhagwat. Sangeet Bhagwat. So the Bhagwat was going with melodious music. But he was, there were people who came to listen. He was saying Amrish Maharaj's Katha. On that day, he was reciting about Amrish Maharaj. And on that day, his wife went to the Bhagwat. So he was saying, oh, today is Ekadasi. We should follow the Ekadasi. We should not eat grains. All the sinful activities in the grain, Gohakta, killing cows, killing mother, father, killing is in the grain, in the seed of grains. So therefore, on Ekadasi, you should grains. Actually, two things. You shouldn't even give grains to others. You shouldn't feed grains to others, and you should not even take grains on Ekadasi. If your body is good, then you should do Nirjala Ekadasi without water and food. So he was giving this. He was playing Casio, and he was reciting Bhagavatam. So at the end of the Bhagavad ended, and the Pandit came home at about 1 o'clock. It's finished, and he went home. And then he went home. The fire was not lit. There was nothing in the kitchen. The wife did not cook. Now you don't know about chula. Chula is like, you put coal and you have to put fire. And then he looked in the kitchen. Oh, nothing's happened. It was clean. The stove was not lighted. So the Panditji told his wife, I'm hungry and you haven't prepared anything. But then he said, in the Katha you said, today is Ekadasi and your body is very good, so you should do Nirjal Ekadasi. Your body is very healthy, so you should do Nirjal Ekadasi. But he said, oh, you went to hear the Bhagavad. He said, the Bhagavad is not for you, it's for other people. That's why you don't need to listen to Bhagavad. Well, your ladies, what can you understand? 50 years I have been reciting Bhagavad. You came to hear Bhagavatam and now you listen to it. Then the wife said, dear husband, listen. Who is a nice wife? Who is a good wife? Who is a good husband? Who takes the wife into Bhagavad Bhakti. And same goes for the wife who takes the husband into Bhakti. The wife is not wife if the wife doesn't take the husband into Bhakti. And the husband is not a husband if he doesn't take the wife into Bhakti. That's why I am saying you should do Ekadasi. And you mentioned it yourself, if you don't do Ekadasi, then what will happen at the time of death? Yamaraj will come. That's why you should do Ekadasi. And the Panditji said, you haven't even listened to the whole Bhagavatam, but you just listen to Bhagavad just one day and you think you know everything. This is people who don't follow the rules and regulation and who are following the sinful activities. Then what do the Yamruds do? The Yamruds beat them up. There's a wood, there's a rod of copper. When they burn it, it becomes red. It's hot, red hot. And then what do they do? Nail. And what do they do on top of that? They put the nails, sharp nails. And then you have to run on that. And you are beaten up in the hell. And you are not walking, you cannot walk. But what do the Yamdutas do the same? And they tie a rope around his neck. And the nails, the copper is red hot, and it's got nails in there. It's like a metal. And the Yamdutas tie a rope around the sinful person and make them run on it. So that's why Panditji said, listen, before me, so many other people have walked on that nail. So what's happened to the nail? So the nail, so many people have walked on it. So now the nail is not sharp. The nail is not very sharp now. It's like flattened, flattened. It's not sharp. So many people have walked through it. So now when I die and when I go, so I'll easily walk through that. I will very, very easily walk through it. Just like the small babies, they're sliding, they do the slide. I will also very easily walk through it. Okay, Jai. Does it really happen? Oh no. That's why I say, in Jivan, you must follow. You should have some rules and regulations, and you should follow and do bhajan, Bhagwan bhajan. Even whatever time you get. Okay, you do less. Bhakti is so pure and simple. Even in a very simple way, if they do one limb of bhakti, then you will be saved from all your sinful activities. What is in Kali Yuga the easy way to bhakti? Harinam. Amar Hare Name Ke Name Kevalam Alo Naste Kaste Va Naste. Even if you do little, just wake up early in the morning and do Prabhu's name. If you get association of a sadhu sant, sit next to Sant Mahatma and have darshan of Bhagwan, deities of Bhagwan. Whatever time you have, or if you have time, come do Dham Parikrama in the association of sadhus. Come to Vrindavan Parikrama in Kartik. I go to Vrindavan. Come to Vrindavan. Come to Giriraj Govardhan and do Parikrama of Giriraj. By doing Giriraj Govardhan Parikrama, Giriraj is so merciful, he will fulfill all your desires. In Kartik Mahina, you must do Giriraj Govardhan Parikrama. By just doing Giriraj Govardhan Parikrama, you also benefit doing the Parikrama of the whole Vrindavan. Why? Because Giriraj is also Swarup. And also during the Kartik month is very auspicious month. So that's why you should do Parikrama. Like Amrish Maharaj, he was using all his limbs, his body, for the service of Bhagwan. With his hands, He was with his hands, he was cleaning the mandir. With his mouth and his tongue, he was reciting the Bhagavad Katha. That is, if you have time, just read Bhagavad Gita, even if it's a half a slok, one slok. If you recite one slok and do chanting Nam mantra, even then afterwards you can go to your work in your office, whatever you are, a teacher, whatever your job is, but he must do Bhakt, like Amrish Maharaj. He was the king. He was the king of the whole world. Pura Prithvi. He was the king of the whole world. This, whatever we see, England, America, at one time, it was one. Even he was a king, he had so many responsibilities. Even though he was a king, with his own hands he was serving Bhagwan. He was using all his senses to serve Bhagwan. He is giving siksha to us. This is, so what is the human beings should do bhajan. This is, look at these Western devotees. They've spent so much money to come here. They have spent lakho. They spend quite a lot of money, and the visas, they only get 3 months Indian visa. And we have taken birth in India. And within 50 rupees, 100 rupees, chalo, you get to Vrindavan. 100, maybe 100 rupees on the bus. And still we don't want to go to Vrindavan. I said, reach. Seed. What I'm saying is, if the seed falls anywhere, Ankur, wherever seed, what I'm saying is, seed falls anywhere, with time, that seed will sprout. Some seeds fall on the, according to the time, that seed will sprout. That's why if you do bad karmas, you have to pay you have to pay for it. So if you do Bhakti Bhagwan, whatever you do, good or bad, it's to opposite reaction. Every action is equal to the opposite reaction. That is the nature of the whole world. So similarly, for karma, for every action there is a reaction. So similarly, same is for the bhakti. If you do bhakti, if you do bhajan, if you do nam kirtan, if you have association of sadhu sang, Srimad, and you do shraddha, and you have faith in the deities, and you reside in a holy dham. In Chaitanya Krishna Das Kaviraj said sadhu sang. First, what is this? First is sadhu sang, and then sadhu sang is nam sankirtan. and then Bhagavad Shravan. Bhagavad Shravan, deity worship. Mathuravas and Mathuravas, residing in Mathura and worshipping the deities. Vigra Seva, worshipping the deities. Serve the deities with love and affection. Sadhu Sang, Nam Sankirtan, Bhagavad Shravan, Mathuravas, Shri Murti, Seva. And you have to do all this with faith. But the top, all these all different type, all the limbs of Bhakta. What is the topmost? Is the Harinam. Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Wake up in the morning, chant a mala. Then afterwards, whatever you have to do, your duties are, carry on with your duties. You serve a Sant Mahatma. Srimad Bhagavatam. In the house where there is no Mahatmas come, or there is no in the house where there is no sadhan bhajan. There is no in the house, there is no Bhagavad Vigra, deity worship. It's like even if you have wealth and you have all the sampati, if you have everything, what is it? It's like a snake. Whatever the snake actually builds the house, but who lives in the home, in that house is a snake. So it's like that, similar like that. So similarly in the Bhagavatam it says, where in the house the Santa Mahatma doesn't come, in the house where there is no deity worship, even if you have wealth and you have everything in the house, but that what is the house? That house is like a house of a snake. What should we have in our grave? We should have been Hari Bhajan in our house. Keep the house pure. Keep the house pure. What is in the graveyard? In the graveyard, what happens? Dead bodies go to the graveyard. So in the house, we shouldn't also have dead bodies. Like it's like chicken, you know, the chicken, they bring it in the house and they cook the chicken. So then what is the house? The house is like a graveyard. We bring dead bodies. Human bodies, dead bodies, you are burning it in the graveyard. In the overseas, what they do? They tie. Oh dear! You know, in the Western countries, what they put is they put it like chicken in the stick, and it's like rolling around on the fire and it's cooked, and then they eat it. And what happens? And if we sit, if we have a house and if we light a agarbatti, you know, incense, then they will complain to the police. Oh, there's smoke coming out from their house. But in their house, what do? They roast this chicken. Roasted chicken. Tandoori roasted chicken. What I'm trying to say is, the house should be, don't make the house a graveyard. That's why he's saying that. What is the house? The house is a temple. That's why it's called Griha temple. Who stays in the temple? Do you think the ghost and the dead bodies stay in the temple? No, in the temple, Bhagwan stays there. So make your house a mandir. Make it purified, pure. And then what will happen? All this. Make the house a beautiful mandir. Keep it clean. Keep your heart pure. Also, heart pure. And keep the house pure. According to how your heart is pure, that's how you'll be. Murari, Krishna Murari. Hey Krishna, hey Murari, in my heart, in my mind, please come and reside in my mind. If your mind is all cleared, your heart is clean, then it makes easy to do bhajan. Man Suddhi, make your mind pure. Then we can move forward towards Paramatma. Otherwise, we keep on saying, oh, we've got whatever you say, oh, we've got so much here, we've got enough here, we've got wealth. You are getting your wealth according to your previous lives, because you did good karmas in your previous life. That's why you are getting the wealth and everything. But if you don't do anything in this life, then what happens? Then you get nothing. That's why in this janam, in this human birth, do Nam, Harinam, do bhajan. What should you do when you wake up? You should do Harinam. Cyril, it's easy. How long does it take? Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Then you do Gopal mantra. Yeah. अरे पढ़ाई तो सभी करता है. Everybody is studying. Everyone studied. Everybody's education. No excuse. There should be no excuse even if you are studying. Everybody here has studied. But you should do bhajan. You cannot say, oh, because I'm studying, I have no time to do bhajan. No. You should do bhajan. And then if you chant, then your mind stays pure. And then it's easier for you to study as well. Because your mind is the more pure the mind is, then it's easier to concentrate. Then you have more buddhi, like more intelligence. If your mind is like a mode of ignorance, then you should keep your mind pure. I'm not saying no, don't study. Study. I'm always saying study. Vikash, experiment and observation. No, Vikash means enthusiasm. You should have Yeah, I'm not saying you have to be dynamic. You have to be dynamic. Because develop, even develop your mind. You study very well. Study. Get knowledge and give gyan to others. Why? Why do you want to stay in darkness? In the samaj, in the society, in our material life, we have to move forward. We should help each other. We should keep away from ragasic mode of ignorance and mode of passions. We should keep away from. We should live in more sattvic mood. Mass, meat, alcohol, gambling. We should keep well away, far away from them. That is the siksha. What is this mode of life? We should first we have to improve ourselves, then we can make the society, put some improvement in the society. First improve our house, then we can improve the neighbors and the society. This is called Renation. The word is what? Renation. Renation? What word? Renation. And that's when I was studying history. What is Renation? I'm not good at it. Maybe it's not pronouncing it properly. Renation means
रेनेसेंस बोल रहे हैं ना
I put this battery.
दीदी रेनेसेंस है ना
Renation.
14th
Oh, Renation.
सेंचुरी में था
Oh, Renaissance is history.
हाँ हिस्ट्री वही
Renaissance. History, na? In today, nowadays. Oh, Renaissance means rebirth. No. It's a French word. Renaissance is a French word. It means rebirth. What I'm trying to say is, this spiritual life and there is material life. His name is also Vikash. Dynamic, more dynamic, you got more. Vikash is Radhaji's name. Dan. Vikash. Dan means giving charity. Bhagavad Sampat means Bhagavad Prem. That is Vikash is one of Radhaji's name. And our mind and our house and our society should be pure. That's why in the mantra I said, Bhavos, Bhav, Bhav, everyone should be happy and peaceful. Everyone's happy and peaceful. Everyone should not have any suffering. Whatever the Ved mantras we do, what is it? What is our Ashirvad? Ashirvad is so that everyone is happy and peaceful. So we should do bhajan and then do prachar. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, preach around the world. Preach, Nam Sankirtan. This is our responsibility. In our house we should chant and preach everywhere. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bihari Lal ki jai. Aarti do.
लाइव लेट चलता है
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे आरती पर
Swiss is I think not. Why is he mentioning that? Hey, Swiss this off. How do you Swiss it? Hey, Achita Priya. Hari bol. Hari bol. Achita Priya.
बंदा आ गया ना